Hey y'all, it's your girl Kimstrology here, and I am back with some more Astro Tea. This time we are on to our 10th installment of the Women Through the Sun sign series. Now on to Capricorn Sun Woman. So Capricorn Sun Woman, so what is the sun? The sun is our vitality, it's our expression, it's how, we're expressing ourselves. Like literally our expression is the best way I like to put it. Our je ne sais quoi, our sense of essence. Also reminiscent of our father and indicative of the father we've had, or our experience as how we were fathered, the traits of the father and the traits that we might have picked up or inherited from the father. As well as the sun also is indicative of our career, an indicator of career in general. Now with the Capricorn Sun Woman, we have someone who, first of all, there could have been some kind of disillusion going on with the father early on in life, where mom really could have taken the Capricorn woman under her wing early, as a confidant or a friend, because you got to think that Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, which is all about old age. So early on in life, that's where the maturity from Capricorn Sun women can come from, or Capricorns in general, is they have this this close tie and this close bond, usually with an elder figure or older people in general. And since Capricorn in 10th house is representative of the mother and the father, and or the father, depending on what circles you ask, or what astrologers you ask. So again, this could have even spoke of emotional incest. It's just kind of being, again, mother's confidant in terms of just like her relationships, kind of just having access to the father's behavior in terms of the relationship, to the point where early on Capricorn women could have developed a negative view of their fathers. Now, this isn't something that I've read, and this is also something that I've seen play out a lot with Capricorn women and young girls, even where either this can play out as again, a father that's giving the mom some kind of trouble, and she's just basically stressed, and she kind of maybe does not have an outlet. So the Capricorn woman or teenager, she's like the emotional crutch. So again, this could lead to her developing quite early and maturing quite early, which is ironic because I would say that this is more in real life areas, but in terms of not practical, but in terms of a social level, Capricorns can actually be late bloomers. They also age pretty slowly in general. We all know, again, Saturn, time, it takes time. Wherever Saturn is placed, or Saturn's influence is placed in a chart, it's really going to slow things down. So this is the maturity level, the expression. So they don't even really know how to fully express themselves. They just have a lot of sense, and this could have been instilled, again, from elder people around them, mainly, i.e. usually the mother, or some kind of influence where there's some kind of disillusion with the father, or fallout with the father. That's usually how, again, this plays out with a Capricorn individual as they're growing up. Again, this could be them being late bloomers in terms of how to express themselves. They usually have not learned themselves early on in life. Usually they are very ambitious right off the bat. They usually know what they want to do and be, or when they grow up, or where they ultimately see themselves going. That's something that just is with them almost straight from birth, and again, even though they're late bloomers on a social scale, I think this is tied into the fact that they take themselves so seriously, and they are very ambitious. So it's they more so have either their head in the books, or they're trying to master a craft or a skill, because this is Capricorn 10th house energy. It's all about mastery. So in terms of career, Capricorns, they do have a lot of patience. So you could see them in fields, creative fields, more technical fields, but usually they'll be the boss, their own boss, or the head of command. just to rewind, speaking on being the head of command, in terms of being in the order of siblings, Capricorns are typically the eldest. Sun in Capricorn and or Aquarius are usually indicators of being the eldest sibling. I just wanted to point that out. Now, getting back to career choices and options. Again, this could be government official, or working for the government, or working as an official, or working as, again, the head honcho, you know, in terms of your work environment, you know, being at the top, being the leader. And this is something they take with them generally. They're quite intelligent, and they do have usually capabilities of, you know, accomplishing their goals and reaching, you know, pinnacles within their career sectors because of their ability, again, for steadfastness, focus, longevity. Again, their spirit animal is the ibex, aka the goat. If you've ever seen how they're hanging on side of mountains with their mountain children, mind you, they're little baby goats, and they're just trying to suck up minerals, eat up minerals from the salt that's on them. You know, they work hard for so little, and this is Capricorns. They're very patient, very diligent energy. So again, this is why you can see them usually at the top of their game, or usually being very, very good at whatever it is that they do decide to put their focus on. There was something else I was going to say, and I completely lost my train of thought. In terms of their, also when it comes to career, definitely this could be anything where they're getting to like be the boss or make the rules or enforce the rules. They're going to appreciate those areas because of their tendency towards they're just used to being the head of command. Okay, let's just face it, because again, usually being a Capricorn or Aquarius, that's indicative of being the eldest sibling or the oldest or the only child. They're usually just put in the control seat from birth. And I read actually that a higher IQ is one of the indicators is being the eldest sibling, and their Capricorn individuals are very smart. And this could also play out for inner planets in Capricorn, like the moon in Capricorn, but in most cases it's usually like the sun. But again, the moon in Capricorn can be an elder sibling or an older sibling, or if not the oldest. And this could play out again for Capricorn ascendants as well. They could be the eldest, one of the older ones, if not the eldest one, or they have some kind of control factor when it comes to laying down the law and or the rules towards the younger siblings. So anyway, Capricorn individuals, long story short, tend to be very calculating, very intelligent. This is a sign of planning and again long-term goals. So they have the patience to really like sit down and map out a plan and go from A to Z and like clock, do checkpoints along the way. They can be very competitive in the workplace or in terms of public perception, because this is 10th house energy. So this could be their appearance. Usually Capricorns tend to at least maintain their weight, even if they're not on the slimmer side, which can be how this plays out, like a slim bird like appearance, especially when they're younger, like even like towards bonier, very thin, and as they grow up they can have like stronger legs and or knees, or something about their legs can be just very attractive, or just something about their knees can just stand out, or their legs in general, because this is the Capricorn area, and the hair as well. Capricorns rule the hair, and I feel like Leos for different reasons, but Capricorn is all about the 10th house, that appearance. So their hair is definitely their crown. Leos too. This is not Leo yet. So Capricorn's hair is really their crown. Yeah, like they're really big on their hair, and like that's a big part of their expression. Something about their hair, or just will stand out, or there's a lot of energy and expression put towards their hair, or something that you remember about them after having an encounter with the Capricorn. In terms of dating them, they are very ambitious. They know what they want. These are women that are mature individuals. They were very mature. They matured very quickly, internally, even though not externally, as I explained earlier. Even sometimes externally as well, but they could just have been like a little bit more on the shyer side growing up too, is what I was trying to really get at. But anyway, so they basically know what they want. Like, you can't come to them on the BS. They know when you're full of crap as a man. They've seen it, 9 times out of 10 out of their father, or their mother could have kind of, again, just really kind of told them the game. They could have had like a real close bond with mom growing up. I see it a lot with Capricorn individuals. Inner planets in Capricorn as well. So again, you want to be ambitious yourself. You definitely need to be one that appreciates a well-rounded woman, because Capricorn women, although I have spoke a lot about career and being ambitious, they're very traditional. They really like to be able to like go home and play that other role, I guess, of being more feminine and just relaxing, and being more sensual. And this is they do have like they can be very sensual, basically. Like, they have a way of expressing their sexuality. That's where they really like express their emotion in there. And a lot of their more pent-up energy is in the bedroom, because again, these are workaholics. They take themselves quite seriously on a regular basis. They usually are in charge of a lot and have a lot of responsibilities that they've obtained, and that they put on themselves. Like, they push themselves so hard. So it's like, when they unwind in general. This is like in the bedroom, this is out of the bedroom, in terms of like turning up and having a good time and partying. Capricorn women, like, they like to let their hair down. No pun intended. So again, what else? Ambitious, know what you want, don't play games, just being quite honest. These women have a great sense of humor, very black, dry, very relatable, everyday, earthy humor to them. So again, these people, their humor is great, because they have that balance of just like work and play, because they need it. So they tend to just, be silly on a regular basis, or tend to kind of be goofballs. I always like to use, even though this isn't a woman, I like to use the example Jim Carrey or Issa Rae. Issa Rae is a great example of a Capricorn woman, just how she just seems kind of stoic and, about her business. And she is, but she also is, like, her business is tied in with her humor, which is a classic Capricorn. Like, right, they want to make sure that they're not wasting their time. Whatever they're putting their effort into, even the talents, even the hobbies, are going to be paying off. Like, Capricorns, by the way, Capricorn women, they can be guilty or feel guilty when they're not working, or like feel like they should always be doing something. So that's something to be aware of, Capricorn ladies, to give yourself a break and a pat on the back every now and then, because nobody is harder on you than yourself. This is what I have for Capricorn woman. Stay tuned for Aquarius woman up next. Thank you guys for watching.